Rest of the weather again to...
There's been no response from the Soviet government as yet to the United States ultimatum delivered to Moscow last night. The American note calls for joint withdrawal of all US and Soviet forces from Iran by noon on Sunday. However, NATO observers in West Germany have reported increasing build-ups of Warsaw-Pact troops and vehicles at points along the central frontier this morning. The Ministry of Defense has announced it's sending more troops to Europe to reinforce the British commitment to NATO. The first contingents left RAF Brize Norton this morning. By a number of demonstrations up and down the country, reflecting support for and against the government's decision to reinforce Europe. Although most of these passed off without incident, police made a number of arrests for disorderly conduct at rallies in the North and Midlands.
The government has taken control of British Airways and all cross-channel ferries. They say it's a temporary step to help move troops to Europe. Thousands are stranded at Heathrow and Gatwick. And the Royal Navy is to guard the North Sea oil rigs. The MOD says it's a prudent precautionary measure.
This time, they are playing with, at best, the destruction of life as we know it, and at worst, total annihilation. You cannot win a nuclear war! Now just suppose the Russians win this war. What exactly would they be winning? What would they have conquered? Well, I'll tell you. All major centres of population and industry will have been destroyed.
Industry? What industry? We ain't got no industry in Sheffield!
Yes, and if the money hadn't been spent on nuclear weapons, you would have built up industry.
Get back to bloody Russia!
We would have put money into welfare. We would have found alternative sources of energy. Industry will have been destroyed. Oil refineries will have been destroyed. All our water would have been polluted. The soil would have been irradiated. Farm stock would be dead, diseased or dying. The Russians would have conquered a corpse of a country.
Where is everybody?
They're all watching the news. Say, I saw Ticker and Judy Francis taking off. Thumbs out, backpacks and all.
So what are you doing here?
Holding my place in line. If I don't get into Bowman's metallurgy class this semester, I'm not going to graduate in January.
What's going on? They say the Russians just invaded West Germany.
Three-pronged attack, spearheaded by rapid Soviet tank and artillery advances into the Fulda Gap. Having already captured NATO advanced positions along the West German border, the looming question is, how far will Warsaw Pact forces go? Will the Russians advance straight for the Rhine and defy NATO's declared policy of defense by all means, including the use of tactical nuclear weapons?
Hey there, Jim. Jim, why don't you go home now?
Reverend, we've got a lot more to do.
Well, I know, but you got plenty to do at home.
What good does the dirt do?
Get on in the truck, son. Listen, fellas, I'm gonna cut on out now. Good luck to you. As soon as we get home, you line up some milk jugs, about a half a dozen of them, put them beside the water pump. We're gonna fill them with water and take them down the cellar.
Yes, sir.
Radar reports 2 unknown tracks are penetrating the Alaskan air defense zone.
Confidence is high. Flight profile suggests Soviet backfire bombers.
I want a visual confirmation on that. Scramble 2 F-16s out of Galena.
Sir.
Go to DEFCON 2.
That's scandalous. There were only 26p last week.
You can always shop somewhere else, you know, if you're not satisfied.
Honestly, there's a national emergency going on and all you can think about is lining your pockets.
Look, nobody's forcing you to buy them. Put them back on shelves if you don't want them.
Yes, I will. I'd sooner starve first. Excuse me, love.
They started fighting, Mum.
Who has?
The Americans and the Russians. It's just been on the news. Your dad says you've got to come home now. Come on.
Hey, you haven't paid for them things.
It's imperative, while there is still time left, that the TUC call a general strike in protest against this disaster which faces us all.
That's what'll destroy this
country. There is still time to avert disaster if we act resolutely and show both the Russians and the Americans that we will have no trouble with their warmongering.
What about the Falklands?
All about the Falklands. Listen, mate, there's nobody more patriotic than I am. I've been trying to get us out of the common market for bloody years. But first...
Please do not play into their hands. This is a peaceful demonstration.